Christy with the Chirp YouTube channel. I'm finally starting to feel like myself again after having ankle surgery 6 weeks ago. Just yesterday I got the approval to walk on my foot without the humongous black boot on. So that's very, very exciting for me. Wahoo! It's actually feeling better than I expected, even though the boot offers a lot of support and now that support has been taken away. I'm doing pretty well. I'm not running a huge number of errands without the boot on or anything like that. I'm pretty much just puttering around the house, but I'm doing pretty well. It feels stable and sturdy, even though it definitely is weak and sore. I'm happy to sort of hopefully get back to most of my regular routines. Anyone of you who has had surgery will probably know that just the process of healing and the anesthetic and the other things that happen to you do cause some lingering, mostly just fatigue, I guess is what I'm talking about. I'm very easily tired still, and I need a lot more rest than I otherwise would. And I guess that makes sense because my body is using a lot of extra energy to heal the pieces that have been surgeryized. In this video, I want to make it fairly quick, just because sometimes it's easier to watch a quick video than a long one, and because I have some long ones coming in the next weeks, so I want to add some short ones in as well. And in this video, I simply want to say, if there's something about a student or your own child that is bothering you, think of that as a clue to you that that behavior is not socially acceptable. This kind of revolutionized the way that I thought about some of my students, believe it or not. It seems very simple, and yet it kind of isn't. We just assume that if a kid's bugging us, it's our fault, and we need to get over it because we're the adult. But really, if a kid's behavior is bothering you, it's probably because it needs to be fixed. We need to work on it. For example, let's say there's a kid in my classroom who's constantly walking over to the wall and just beating on it, maybe as a sensory thing, maybe as a way to express frustration, whatever it is. Well, this disrupts my routine. It disrupts story time if that's what's happening. It makes my other kids feel nervous. It bothers the people on the other side of the wall. It's a problem. But I might not realize any of those things. I might just think, oh, I hate it when he does that. I wish he would just stop. When I'm having those feelings, I need to assess. Why is that a behavior that is socially unacceptable? And I listed those reasons for you. It bothers the people on the other side of the wall. It disturbs my teaching. It makes my other students feel nervous and potentially afraid. There are lots of reasons why that's not socially acceptable. Only then will I get to the point where I can start problem solving what might help that behavior to be different. Of course, I forgot my dishwasher was soaking and now it's going to do the scouring part of its job, of course, while I'm filming. Hopefully you can still hear me over the dishwasher. It's fairly quiet. So, think of a behavior in your classroom or in your home that's bugging you right now, that makes you feel that like churned up, angry, annoyed feeling. Now, list for yourself some of the reasons that behavior is not socially acceptable. You might have to pause this video because I'm going to keep talking. And I'm going to talk about another example. There's a little girl in my classroom right now. She's super adorable and very, very smart. She will call my name, Miss Christy. Of course, I can't hear her over the chaos of that classroom. It's a pretty full classroom with a lot of adults, a lot of kids. It's busy. Of course, I don't hear her, and plus I might be on the other side of the room dealing with the behavior over there. And when I don't respond immediately, she starts biting herself, pulling her hair, and going, "Ah!" and getting ready to full-scale meltdown. Well, this bugs me. And of course, my first thought is it bugs me because it's annoying, because it's ridiculous, because her expectations are ridiculously high. I cannot hear her whisper and immediately respond every time. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what she's expecting. Okay, she's a kid. None of that is going through her head. All that's going through her head is, She's been practicing self-advocacy. She's been practicing asking for help. She did ask for help and it didn't work. That's what's going through her head. So I have figured out now, this is a behavior that we need to keep working on. We've gotten to the point where she's willing to ask for help before just melting down. That's a step in the right direction. It's still bothering me because we need to work more on it. We need to move even further towards a healthy way of coping with this issue. And a healthy way of coping with this issue is to raise her hand, to have a plan where she can count to 25 and then ask again in a louder voice. We need to make some of these plans along with her, figuring out what she thinks would be a good idea to do and offering our input, whether that actually will maybe work. And then we can try again. We can help this behavior to get better as we work on it, and therefore it will be less annoying. Your annoyance is there for a reason. And the reason is because when you're annoyed by something, you will work with the child to change it. And that's good. So as parents, as teachers, as therapists, whatever your profession or your personal relationship to the child, listen to your annoyance. Don't just try to ignore it. Don't just set it to the side. Listen to it. Pay attention. Struggle with it. Try to figure out what it is that is the annoying thing. And then help the child to fix it. Work on it. Leave me questions down below if you have specific behaviors that are annoying you that you would like to work on. If you don't know how to work on them, I can give you resources, I can give you websites, I can do separate videos on those particular behaviors. This is my specialty after all, and I've dealt with a lot of annoying behaviors. Sometimes they make you laugh, sometimes they make you cry, sometimes you just get steamy. But they're behaviors that we need to change, and we can do it. Thank you for watching this video today. Please don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you will know every time I publish a new video. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Thank you for being a wonderful shining light in the lives of the kids in your life. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.